Welcome back to Coffee and Tea with CarrieVee. I'm CarrieVee, your biggest fan, the person who will believe in you until you can believe in yourself, and then I'm still going to believe in you. Coffee and Tea with CarrieVee is all things confidence, clarity, leadership, communication. It's all things life. And we're talking today about choices. Those of you who have followed me or listened to me for any length of time know that the concept of the power of choice is very important to me to get that message out. My entire logo that is branded and is trademarked, registered trademark is life is short, choose wisely. Life is short, choose wisely. It is a message that my brother gave to me in a dream after he passed away. And it was a catalyst for the changes that I was making in my life for two reasons. One, it made me look back on the choices I had already made, which some of them were great and some of them were definitely not great. And it helped me to look forward to the choices I was making in the future. I wish that I could say that every choice since that dream in 2010 has been a great choice. I wish I could say that. I mean, I could say that, but it would be a lie. Not all my choices have been great. We're human beings and we learn as we go. But we do need to focus on that power of choice that we have in our lives. We have this great power to make choices. We may not like the choices that are laid out in front of us, but we have the power to make a choice. And the choice that no one can take away from you is your choice to maintain a positive mindset. The choice to maintain positivity when things aren't going the way you want them to. The choice to fill your mind with things that grow you and not pull you back. Have you ever been listening to something or watching something and thought, that's not something I really want to keep in my brain forever? Listen to that nudge. Your body will speak to you, your brain will speak to you, your conscience will speak to you. The thing is, so many of us, myself included, ignore those nudges. We ignore those voices. We ignore the red flags and move forward anyway. Or we're afraid to speak up, or we're afraid to take a step, or we're afraid to make a stand. That is a choice. And that choice becomes part of our story. So the podcast today, in addition to this whole concept of the power of choice, which is so near and dear to me and so important to me, especially as I'm getting ready in a few months to exit my fifth decade on this spinning globe and enter into my 60s. This is becoming even more important to me. People used to tell me when I was younger that as I got older, things would become more crucial to me. I would feel this pull to show up in the world even more powerful. And I have found that to be very true. When I was younger and my kids were younger and there was so much going on, I had very little time to think about the fact that I was getting older because I was still young. Now I think about the fact that I'm getting older in a whole new viewpoint because I have more years behind me than I have ahead of me, most likely. I mean, my goal is to live to 125, but there's no guarantees. I could be gone tomorrow or I could have another 50 years. Nobody knows. That's my whole point. And so if we could wait, or if we could not wait until we got older to start seeing the power that we have with choice and we start tapping into that power when we're still young, what a greater power that would be. And we're talking in this podcast today about when do your choices affect other people? What choices that you make actually affect other people? The answer is all of them. The answer is always. The answer is every single choice you make affects someone else, probably lots of someone else's. How many times do we take a step back, though, and think about the fact that the choices we're making really do affect other people? Because listen to me, they do. They always do. The most tragic choices I have made in my life have affected the people that I love the most. And here's another key thought. If you have to talk yourself into the choice you're making, you shouldn't be making the choice that you're about to make. Listen to that again. If you have to talk yourself into the choice you're making, you shouldn't be making that choice at all. But we all do that. I'm I'm not immune to that. I've done it. I've talked myself into choices, purchasing something I couldn't afford, entering into friendships that I knew would be toxic, even buying a dress that I didn't really like, but it was on sale. If you have to talk yourself into a choice, no matter how small or how big it is, if you got to talk yourself into it, lean in to the fact that you are trying to convince yourself that it's the right choice. It isn't. You shouldn't have to talk yourself into a choice. Are there red flags that you're ignoring? Are there red flags you are choosing to ignore? Is there a voice in your head saying, this doesn't feel right? This doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right. Is your body tensing up? Listen to those feelings. Listen to those nudges. Listen to those voices. Is it the right choice? Really? Because every choice you're making does affect people now and down the line. Every choice. What if my grandmother had chosen not to have children? My dad wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. What if my dad had chosen, and this was a real choice he had. My dad was a musician in the Navy, and he was the head musician, and he was offered a position with the Navy to be in charge of the entire naval band. The entire naval band. Are you hearing me? Huge, huge opportunity. Big, huge opportunity. My dad was a fabulous musician, incredible musician, and he loved to play. He played trombone and he loved it. You could see it when he played his trombone. Oh my gosh, the joy on his face. He loved it. Whether he was teaching students or playing in a small band or playing at a presidential inauguration, he loved what he did. And he had that choice to stay in the Navy as a career Navy man and be in charge of the naval band. Or he could go home and marry my mother and they would raise a family. My dad chose to raise a family. What if he had made the other choice? What if he had made that other choice? It certainly would have affected my mother. She'd have been heartbroken. Would have affected me because I wouldn't be here, or my two brothers. It would have affected his mother, who wouldn't have gotten to see him much, and they were very close. It would have affected his siblings. There are probably a whole lot more people. I know there are a whole lot more people because my dad was the person people went to talk to. My dad, though he wasn't a counselor, my dad would coach people. My dad was amazing with people. He knew how to talk to them. No, he knew how to listen to them, which is what he did. All of those lives he touched, all of those lives, all of those people that he made contact with because he was home never would have happened if he had made the choice to stay on in the Navy. I don't know what would have happened if he had made the other choice because he didn't. I know what happened because he made the choice he did make. It did affect hundreds of people. And all of your choices are like that. Even if they feel like small choices, even if they feel like that choice is only yours, it's still going to affect other people. So when you are making your choices, make sure that you are really leaning into the choice you're making. We all have the responsibility of making our own choices. We have the privilege of making our own choices. But we are affecting other people, and that should weigh into the choice we're making. It needs to weigh into the choices we're making. We make choices every single day. Cornell University says we make over 30,000 choices a day. Most of them we don't even realize we're making, we just make them. What we're having for breakfast, are we going to have coffee? What time are we getting up? Are we going to work out? Are we not going to work out? Are we going to hit the snooze button? Are we not going to hit the snooze button? Are we going to go out and play with the dogs? Are we not going to go out and play with the dogs? Are we going to clean our office? I need to do that. Or are we going to skip it yet another day? Are we going to go to bed on time and honor our body's need for sleep? Or are we going to stay up late and watch another Netflix movie? We have choices and we make them. And a lot of them we make without even thinking. We the way we shower, the way we get dressed, the way we put our makeup on, the way we brush our hair. Those are all choices that we're making every day. And sometimes I would encourage you, because it's really powerful, to spend a day being really conscious of every choice. Why do we do things the way we do? Are they effective the way we do them? Is there an opportunity for change in the way we do things? Your choices matter so much, not only to you, but to the people around you. Most of us, if not all of us, have things in our past we wish we could go back and make a different choice, but that's not the way it works. But we can make different choices going forward. What choices are we making? How are we spending our time? How are we connecting with others? How are we making the things that we say are a priority in our lives actually making them a priority? Can't just say that our family is a priority and then never spend time with them. We have to actually prioritize our family, and that is a choice that affects a lot of people. So the podcast, what do your choices affect other people? That's the title of it. It's just, always. It's always. That is your answer. They always affect other people. So when you are making those choices, ask yourself, is this the right choice really? Am I really, honestly, truly leaning into the right choice here? Or am I trying to convince myself it's okay to do something that I know is not the right choice? Thinking that I can fix it down the road. I've done that. I'm going to go and make this choice. I know it's not the best choice, but I can fix it down the road. You know what happens? You don't fix it down the road. Sometimes there is no fix because the road was severed when you made the choice. Take that power of your choice and lean into it. Take it so seriously. You don't have to wait until you're older to lean into the power of choice. You have it right now. No matter how old you are, you could be older than me, you could be younger than me. It doesn't matter. Lean into the power of choice because all of your choices affect not only you, but the people around you. Yes, it's a huge responsibility. We're here on this earth to connect with others, and your choices are a huge part of that connection. And when we lean into our choices, we develop our own inner leadership skills. And when you build yourself as a leader, you can then start leading others effectively and help build leaders around you. And if you are a person who has connection with any other person in this entire universe, you are a leader. You might be leading your family. You might be leading your friends. You might be leading a youth group. You might be leading an entire organization, but you're a leader. So start building your own leadership skills. One of them being, how are you making your choices? It's how we start. Your journal prompt today is to simply answer that question. What are my choices? And how are they affecting the people around me? What are my choices and how are they affecting the people around me? I love you. I am your biggest fan, and I can't wait to talk to you again.